In the last episode, if you haven't seen it, watch it. We wrapped up our business for the summer as we move straight into all the games today, where this is where we need to try and crack down on some results and get our season flowing. Yes guys, welcome back to the Career Mode Paris FC Season number 2, Episode number 4. As today, yes, like I just said, it's all about getting this career going on the roll, getting very good with it. As we first off have Chateauroux at home on the 24th of September, 3 days before my birthday. As then we have Dijon on the 1st, on the Friday, away in October, who are top of the league. So that's going to be the biggest game possibly of the season because it's away from home. Should be the hardest as well, with Ajaccio after that on the 15th, then Havre, or Le Havre that I call them for some reason, on the 25th away from home, which is going to be a tight game as well because they were good last season and I think are up there this year as well. As then we have Ajaccio on the 29th at home, who are chasing our playoff spot as it stands. But there's 4 games to go before that. So hopefully we can try and wrap ourselves up a little bit better in these playoffs, because we have got 4 teams above us in the league, which is a bit of a surprise for me, as Dijon fall from top spot as well. I wonder who's took over. As it is Toulouse, who literally have lost once. I was going to say a pun on lose, but I couldn't really make it, as Dijon never lose. With Stade de Reims, who beat us, of course, in 3rd. Amiens in 4th. Where are Guingamp? Guingamp are in 9th, who beat us, of course. Having a bit of a struggle this season. And FCSM, look at them, in 17th. They were in the playoff push last year. As for this next game, I think I'm going to go with this as my starting lineup. There is still that one change in there, because I think that centre-back did do very well in the last game. So I've got Adrian in goal, Campanini still there. Gile, yes, our youth player is going to stay there. So I've got 2 youth players in defence with Colleen and Manduki, and Hano, of course, on the left wing-back slot as Bamba stays on the bench. He's just come back from international duty as well. Another excuse to bench him, with Masiengo coming back in, Name and Arab with Laura and Antiste, as Saliba's back on the bench. Of course, Gunnar drops to the bench for Masiengo, because Masiengo's just leaps and bounds above him. He's just so much better than him, so he's going to have to stay on the bench for a little bit longer until he gets his next chance, as he did get on the ball a lot in the last game but didn't really prove himself. So this is going to be a played one. Let's see how it goes. Let's have a look at this team we're against right here. Chateauroux with Fabri in the goal. In between the sticks are Peri, Morante, Sandarte and Cordoval, with Chusta and Malumba. Sunyu, Leroy and Fuliasia, with Goncalves, Pereira up front. Not really heard of many of them. Might be another change team, but this is the first ever team we played in this career, and we lost 2-1 after being 1-0 up, so let's get revenge at home again. Really do want a better time this time, as Gile took a bit of a heavy touch there, but did, of course, keep the ball as Campanini to run down the line. He's going to cut inside himself and look for a pass, as he's got one here to Masengo. I thought their player were going to jump in there, as that's a terrible pass from Han Noah, who, of course, has been out of the team for a game, but still not a huge excuse to be making mistakes like that one, as Cordoval down the line as well, straight into Fuliasa, as he's going to try and run at us here, passing to Goncalves, and we are a little bit on the back foot at the moment. Let's try and get in front a little bit more, shall we? Colleen chasing it down, Masengo through to Leroy. I know it's only 10 minutes in, but I don't like how this is going. Goncalves into Malumba. It's a good pass around the corner, and Gile's got to get his defending right. Terrible slide, and Adrian actually pulls out a save for once. Big mistake from the youth defender, and it really wasn't good, was it? But what a stop, as now Arab to run down this line with the ball right here. He cuts inside and gives it to Masengo, as Masengo through to Name, Name through to Antiste, and this is more like it. When we have the ball, we do well, as Laura get that out to the left wing backs. It's a great ball there, great touch, great next touch, crosses it into side Arab at the back post, gets it with his foot, goes for the shot. And I think that was time finishing that got turned on somehow. I need to get that off. But that was a terrible shot as well, nevertheless. Should have done a lot better, as, oh dear, Masiengo's down on the deck right here, and it looks like he's holding his shoulder, and they're never good signs, as that's a good ball through though. And Laura makes it 1-0, so it's a bittersweet moment in the game as we do take this lead. But we've got a big player injured on the deck. Gaetan Laura, though, let's focus on him. It looks like Masenko is up and running, though. He's got the high fives and the little skip to celebrate, but I think he's going to have to come off. Yes, it's telling me to sub him off for Yanis Saliba, which isn't going to happen, as that's a great finish. We're going to get a centre mid on for a centre mid. Antiste makes his way onto the field, and of course, like I said, we were 1-0 up in the last one, so still going to make sure we do get a result in this one, as Antiste with the pass around the corner into Laura. Good footwork, but is tackled in the end, as we've got to try and chase this down right now. Everyone to the attacking intent pump, as Leroy gets past Colin there. Not particularly good sliding challenge. It's in fact an advantage, as Arab gets that tackle in there, though, and Name to pick up on it. Straight through the middle to Laura, to the side of him right now. Antiste, can he get this left back running again? Yes, he can. This has to be a better finish from whoever's in the box. It's Laura this time. Header off the inside of the crossbar. And another big chance for the striker. Still, though, we have the ball, as now it's on to Hano, into Said Arab. What a big chance that was that's gone begging, as now Gaetan Laura. Can we find someone on the edge? We do. Name. Antiste tries to get the touch away, but just can't. But keep this pressure on them. Look, they're even going back in that scenario, which is just shocking from Chateauroux. Still, I know what they can do. They can come back in game, so gotta be wary of that. But at the moment, it's all us, as Name. Oh, it's a terrible pass from Antiste, and a counter-attack from them. Goncalves round us. Mandouki having to make a great sliding challenge, as Laura has the ball right now as well. Gaetan Laura, he's going to pass it inside onto Said Arab, and Arab to the side of him as well, to Gurner, as Gurner's going to try and wait for Antiste to make that move, which he has done. Antiste get there behind the keeper, or in front of the keeper, but try and chip it behind him, but just could not do so. Got to the ball first as well, as they've got past us right there, and Fouli RCA to try and run down this line, tried to get a tackle in, just not caught him right, as Leroy's around the corner to Goncalves again, and they're going to push at the end of this first half. Great tackle, Mandouki. It goes towards Campanini, who's going to whack it forward as well. Laura can't win his header against Morante, but it should be half-time, and is 1-0. Not convinced, well, not as convincing as I'd like to be against the 15th place side, but we are dominant, so it kind of doesn't make sense what I'm saying. We are better, but I want us still to be better, because I know we can be better. Bit of a confusing one, as now Goncalves with the ball. Colleen straight away with the tackle in the second half, and Leo Colleen can run in this central midfield spot, because he does do quite a bit, as now it's Laura through the middle, waits for Antiste, but gives it to Said Arab, who's going to pass at the side of him. Play that 1-2. Brilliant stuff. Said Arab with a good touch. Can he hit it with his left foot? Is that a save? It isn't. Straight over the bar. And Leroy now, as we have been the better team still in this second half, so the comeback does look unlikely as it stands, but of course can just come out of nowhere. Adrian's had to make a good save this game, as they've got the ball into Leroy right here, and it's a good tackle from Gile, but still they're going to come at us. Said Arab chasing Leroy down into Goncalves. Goncalves tries to get right side, just cannot though, and they're going to keep on pushing. It's Leroy this time. Said Arab again slides in, doesn't get it. Around the corner, Mandouki this time cutting out, but Gile, terrible pass. That's the inexperience of the centre-back, but gets the ball again. That one's a good pass, and that's a really good one round the corner from Arab, as now Gurner's going to try and get us on a counter with the ball, looking for Laura, and his final pass is off as he's gone down, but we've still got the ball. Campanini looking for Antiste at the back post, going towards him, and it skims off his head, but he's still going to keep the ball. Not a good header from the youngster, but does keep it. Has put that at the edge of the box, drill it into Name, and oh dear. Dipperville to come on now as well for Said Arab, as we look to try and lock out this game. I would like it to be more than one, you know. I really would, as I actually think we're the top scorers in the division, but maybe not after this game, just with slim 1-0, as now Antiste should be onside, and is. Chance to cross to make it more, as it just didn't go for Laura at the front post, or at the back should I say, but of course in front of Dipperville, as now he passes it to Dipperville and tackled straight away. Sunu to come away with it, as Leroy, a little couple of side steps right there into Malumba, as we almost got a tackle on Malumba, but didn't. Leroy now passes it. Quick 1-2. They're around us here, and it's Kenny running for on goal. We need to get this tackle back, and great from Mandouki. This time, it's not giving us a stupid foul when it obviously isn't, as it's straight away a pass to Name. Antiste making an early run, but they have a defender back as Dipperville has it, and Dipperville still got pace for a 34-year-old. He's around the back, but Cordoval, good tackle. Oh my... And it's actually gone in. How does that happen on FIFA? The goalkeeper's just had an absolute howler, and I did not expect that. And their goalkeeper's cancelled the comeback. It's just shocking. Goal line, we don't need the system. It's obviously over. It's through his foot. It's gone through his foot. What a glitch. But what did the keeper do in that scenario? I want to see a replay of the actual goal. It's not going to show us it, is it? Absolute embarrassment. First class from the keeper, and you guys saw it. I just stopped speaking. I thought when Carvajal made a great tackle, I thought that was the move over, but no. Passes it back to his keeper, and he makes an absolute howler to probably cancel this comeback, as we might even have more goals for us. They'll be really, really demotivated at the moment, as Antiste with a run, and a good ball into Laura, who makes it 3, and it's a great header. We're cruising now. Chateauroux with the collapse of the century. Laura going to celebrate. He's probably one of the top scorers this season, as it's 3-0 in the click of a fingers. What a absolute howler from the keeper. I'm still thinking about the keeper first time. He should save that one as well. This keeper will be kicking himself after this game. No sleep for him. I don't think we've been at his best, but they definitely haven't been, as they just seem like a broken team. They really do seem broken. Look, they're letting us run into Dipreville. Turns out, going to go for a first time shot. Oh, I thought that was in the side name for 4. Imagine if we made it 4 after the way this started. I was nervous in the first 10 minutes, but what a game this has turned out to be. We've just ridden the storm, had it better chances, and just took them, as we still want a clean sheet for Adrian's sake, as Manduki's straight towards that. Adrian to whack it up. He's not been the one making mistakes in this one, as what a first time pass from Dipreville, but the final whistle does go 3-0. And a shocking game from Chateauroux. And luckily enough for us, it's only 5 days injury for Noah Masengo, which of course, he did get straight back up after his foul, so I kind of expected that, as hopefully he's fit for Dijon, who have dropped off to just be 1 point in front of us before this game, so it's probably not the hardest game of our season. Stade de Reims was, which of course we lost, as we are 4th now in the playoffs. 2 points in front of Ajaccio, which we want to make more, but let's get into this game on the Friday, and try and maybe switch the team up a little bit more, get some quality first teamers back in there, because I know Gillet's played a lot, but maybe he doesn't play this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to make one change for this big game, so it's Adrian in goal, Campanini, Bamba, Colleen, Manduki, Hano, Masengo, Name, and Said Arab with Laura 73 now, and Antiste 73, so both gone up a rate in our strikers. Love to see that. Dipreville, although having a masterclass off the bench, Said Arab's like over 10 years younger. And of course I want to use him more going forward in the future. So this is another played game. It's a hard one. Got to make sure we win this. And let's have a look at Dijon's team. Decent little stadium this, as it's Raccioppi in goal. Racicoppi, something like that. Ngoida, Amian, Koulibaly, Panzo and Virgai with Selena, Marie and Benzia with Gregorcic and Pavoletti up front. I've heard of that Gregorcic. Doesn't he play the Bundesliga or something? It might not be him. I think it's the Austrian I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure. But still, might not be him, as I've heard of Selena as well. Was, well, not great at Swansea, but a bit of wasted potential right there. I thought it was going to be great, of course, at the Manchester City Academy, as we've got to try and get the win right here. It's going to be a hard one. Really going to be a hard one, this one. We've got to grind it out like mad, as it looks like they've got 10 times more players than us already, as we pass it out of play. And Masengo with the ball right here, as he puts one around the corner into Laura, onto Name now, as Name travelling towards this right wing back spot, gives it to Campanini. It's a good pass forward to Antiste again, and Masengo back from his injury after 5 days. That's a good ball through to him, and he's put us 1-0 up away from home. It's a great welcome back from his injury in the last game, as Noah Masengo gets a goal for us, and what an important one that is. Away at 3rd place Dijon. Doesn't get any better than that. Of course it does, actually, if we score more, but look at that. Drags it back, puts the ball through, and puts it into the side net. And just need to keep this at the moment. We should be good. A very bright start for us, but of course do not take that for granted. I know other teams can get back into games. We don't just instantly win them, as Arab held onto that ball a little bit too long right there, and Selena to drag it away into Gregorcic as he gives it round the corner. Now onto Pavoletti, who I don't think I've heard of, the big ponytail on him, as Campanini now to run down this right wing back spot. Although 69 rated, I absolutely love the work he does in the team, as Laura gives it to Antiste right now, onto Name. Now onto Antiste again with the ball over the top to Campanini. Great play this. We have really stepped up our game as it's into Antiste. And he was ready to pounce. Just couldn't get there in the end though, as they've got a run on right here. It's Pavoletti through the middle. And Hanno with a great tackle as Adrian just rolled that out. Don't make a mistake like your counterpart did in the last one, please. As Masengo around the corner. Antiste goes for a skill pass. I mean, less of that at the moment, mate. It's only 1-0 as we're going to get that pass through. And maybe he can do one. We made it 2, but Arab again not getting his pass right. Campanini again. He rolls it to the side, into side Arab right here as Arab. Around the corner. Antiste onto Lauras. He's going to cut back right here and give it through the middle to Name. Right, this is a good run. As he tries to cut away from him as well right there. Into side Arab. Arab round the corner. Onto Antiste as Antiste flicks it back as well to Hanno. Masengo at the back post. That's a good ball in towards him and he's not got there again. As Gregorsic with the ball right here into Pavoletti. It's a ball around the corner. And Selena, of course, it's Selena who makes it 1-1. So this game is not going to be just a settling down one. The Cam gets them back in it. Don't even think he's playing Cam in this game. They've got 5 at the back and I think he's at like the left central midfield spot, but that's a great run into the bottom corner. Well, not really bottom corner. Campanini needs to start reading that run as well, although he's at right wing back. Get back into the centre and mark up. And Adrian was a bit closer than I thought to it. And we've had a little bit of a setback. Like I said, teams can always get back into the games. We scored against the run of play in the first couple of minutes. As now Benzia with a pass forward to Pavoletti. And this is good movement. Look how much they're flooding forward. It's through to Gregorgic, who tries to cut away from us. Colleen with a good tackle. And Manduka to get it away, as I need Colleen to stay on Gregorgic. And I need Campanini to just read the run and help Bamba out. With, of course, Selena, who scored us. That's a great run from us, though. It's Laura. Is he onside? He is. Kate and Laura. And what a miss. I thought it was a save, but the keeper has not to... Oh, my day. That is a terrible shot. I don't know if he was aiming for a fan or what there is. That's the final whistle as well. We have drawn this first half 1-1, where we still have plenty of time to go. So I've got a bit of faith. Hopefully you guys have a bit of faith in me, as we need to be better. So come on, Hanno straight on the ball right here into Masengo. Masengo through the middle into Laura, and Laura. Antiste keeps it. So we need to get this play up. It's now Name, and Name's going to wait for the run of Campanini. Campanini through that middle again, and Laura around the corner onto Antiste. This is a bit of fluent movement right here. I am liking this indeed, as Laura now away again through the middle. Put that around the corner. It's into Antiste. Now onto Said Arab, as this is good play. This is very good build-up through the middle again. Name onto Antiste. And oh, it's just wide. And Said Arab on it right here as well again, as that was a really big chance. And hopefully we can get another one in this game, because I don't want to see us losing it. Still got faith we can win every game possible in this division. I don't think there's any humongous teams that, of course, got relegated. Stade Reims and Dijon probably the best of them, as now we've got a bit of passing going here as well, as this is good movement. Laura waits for an overlap, but he's going to go for Name instead. Now through to Antiste. First time whack! And that is miles over. Another big chance gone as Leo Colleen with a pass through to Laura. He turns out, gives it to Antiste. Antiste now onto Dipreville, and Dipreville waits for the overlap of Hanno and Masiengo, who does offer this overlap. He's going to cut back as well into Dipreville, who's just come off the bench. Good footwork, shoots at the near post. It's off the post and the keeper's back. Can you actually give me a break? We've done everything but put it in the back of the net at the moment as Antiste. Right, we've won a corner. Can we do better from a set piece? Who knows, as Yanis Saliba is going to come on for Lara, who missed that huge chance and hasn't scored in this game. As Manduki, the centre-back, whipping it in. It falls to Antiste as well, who's got another corner. As I don't know why Manduki's taking him. We'll just let him off with it, as this is towards Dipreville, who's a very small player in my opinion and never winning a header, as Masengo picks up on it into Colleen, into Antiste, who can't turn, and Selena with a pass onto Pavoletti again right here as Gregorgic. Seems like they've got a very foreign team as well, because I know Selena and Gregorgic aren't, of course, French, when our spine of the team is French. As Antiste, that was supposed to go to Name, but it didn't, so Marie to pass it out to Pavoletti into Gregorgic as he's round the corner with another pass on, and don't let them nick it right here. Come on, boys, let's stand strong. Colleen should be marking Gregorgic, doesn't, but Manduki with a tackle, and still our Cam. Depreville this time just going slightly left in this formation. I don't understand it. It's Pavoletti's got a gap. Why are no one marking him? Why is Mandzukic stood out of his way? And now we're 2-1 down, deservedly so for them as he wipes his shoulders. The comeback's complete from Dijon, but it's our big mistake at the back. 5 defenders. 5. Leo Collini's an absolute wreck at the moment. He runs towards his man, but no one covers him. Bamba is marking no one. Mandzukic is marking a runner who obviously isn't going to get the ball. And now we're 2-1 down and going to lose this vital game. So I am appalled by our team's performance. Just simply ain't good enough as Dipreville pass through the middle. We are going to get on this. Yanis Saliba back heel into Antiste, and what a tackle. And Godia, as we are going to lose this one and we're going to probably drop out of the playoffs with it. So we need to try and get the pressure on. We've got literally added time left. Antiste, terrible tackle. But he's just kicked me in the back of the head after that one. Referee, I know it was a foul. You're right to give that, but watch what happens afterwards. Is this going to be a whack forward from Vigrai? They're going to win the header, so that's going to probably be full time as Mandzukic does get the second. But it doesn't matter because it's a 2-1 defeat. We've lost the game in Dijon. And it's a disappointing fashion that we've done it. Definitely going to drop down the league with that one. A big chance when we went 1-0 up, but not taken in the end. Very frustrating that one as Axel Bamba. Yeah, get on your international duty after that shocker of a performance, mate. As we are still 4th in the league, and Toulouse have won, but it keeps us in 4th, so I'm alright with that. At least we're still in the playoffs, but only by 1 point over Clermont, who were very consistent last year, and of course did beat us. As Laura, after that howler, somehow picks up Player of the Month award. I mean, because, oh yeah, it was the month before, so good for Catalan. That's 2 he's got, and I think he's got the only 2 we've ever got. As Vargas is going to be a right wing back right now, and it doesn't take his rating up. Great. We've got 3 games left today, starting off with Ajaccio. We're in 12th, and is Bamba back? Yes, he is, but he's a little bit tired, so I am going to put Gilles in there. Why not try and improve a youngster? As this is the team, we've got 1 rating gone up, which is obvious. Campanini now past that 60 mark, but when he does get past that 60 mark, we put another 60 rated player into the team. As we're not going to do the press conference for Ajaccio, we're just going to go straight into this. 4th position against, well, I didn't even see theirs, but I don't care because it should be a win. Please wrap it up, boys, as it's a 2-0 one in the end. Lara with the first goal. It's not going to show us the other ones. So we're going to have to skip to this one. Masiengo and Saliba with them. Well, not even Saliba. Why did I say Saliba? It was 2-0. As he did come off the bench. But we have another game after this, so at least we have got a response right there. As Gingamp put the pressure on us off that one in the playoff race, of course. So we've got another simulated one, I think, up before Ajaccio at the end. I'm pretty sure of it. As we've even got a loan to buy in as well in the meantime. It's Young, 59 rated 18-year-old. I'm going to try and get this a normal loan. I don't want to sell this guy. Did do okay in pre-season. As we've got a youth scout report as well. Is anyone good? No, no, and no. As it's Le Havre up next. And I'm going to simulate this one as we drop out the playoffs as well. But we do have this game in hand. 11th in the league. These are, as well as Ajaccio, are higher up, so we are going to play that one. As I'm going to try and put Dipreville on for this one as well as Bamba, just because it's simulated and I want more than 2-0. I want the confidence fully up for when I actually have to play with the team next time. So go to the central spot. Of course, we are away from home, but we're going to quick sim this one. It will be a kick clash as well, as please get the result. It's a 1-1 draw, and that's a big disappointment. Bonnet with their goal, and Mandzukic, our centre-back, after we put a strongest team out, couldn't even get more possession than them. I am significantly underwhelmed with that, but we are still back in the playoffs on goal difference at the moment. So this episode hasn't gone the best, as Butiel wants more game time. I mean, mate, you might play in the cup a little bit, but you are rotational, and we are in a bit of a predicament in the league. We're chasing the playoffs. Well, certain playoffs. We are, of course, in the playoffs at the moment, but you're not getting the look in at the moment. Comprende? As it's Ajaccio up last, and these are in 9th. We are in 5th, and we're going to have to change the team up again. It's like Gilles and Bamba just keep on switching and switching and switching and switching, as we're going to put Hernandez on the bench right now. And Dipreville looks tired, so he's going to come out of the squad, and Colleen does. Can we afford to put anyone else in centre-back? Gerner doesn't look like he can play there. Kamara doesn't. Maybe he does have to play in that one or this one, as I think that's what we're going to go with. Actually, I might go with this just to rest him because he is slightly tired. we will do this. Hadjam comes into the team because he's unhappy and a bit tired, as Adrian, Campanini, Jule, Manduki, Hano in centre-back and Hadjam. Masiengo, Name and Arab comes back in with Laura and Antiste up front. So, bit of a dodgy team, but these are in 9th, so they are below us. Should be a win. And let's have a look at this team. Ajaccio have out, Leroy in goal. And let's swap it around. Huad, Kalu, Santai and Obissa, as I've never seen a 4-4-2 in this league. Bayala and Jeek, Keita and Ndé, with Kokere and El Idrissi up front. Maybe I'm being stupid. I think I might be being stupid. I think I have seen 4-4-2s, but just not recognised them. Because let's go. Let's get started in this one, shall we? It should be a lot better than Dijon. And that draw, that very disappointing draw against Havre, as now it's Name straight away on the ball into Laura. Pass again. Pass and move. That's what we want. We want to just prove that we are up for promotion this year, as Hadjam on the wing right here. He needs to just cut back and give it to Masiengo. Great pass through the middle again. Laura waits for that overlap, doesn't get it. Antiste making the whole move though, as Antiste now has it. Cuts back himself through the middle. Masengo, corner ball. Bit of a bright start that, but a bit of a pop shot at that, as well as Said Arab. A better corner taker finally, as it's just gone all over the place and straight to Leroy in the end. And Antiste now on the ball, as he's going to put one down the line right here into Gate and Laura, as can we try and take our second chance right here? It's a bit of an awkward one over, as it's going to be a handball as well, but I thought that was going to the back post into Arab or Name, who were arriving. Bit of a terrible ball, as we should be winning that one as well. Antiste does make up for his handball right there with that header, straight back in. Pass this across into Name, who's got a bit of a gap as he's going to look for Laura. What a ball into Laura! And another poor shot. And Said Arab right here, he's got the ball. He's knocked it on to Name, as Name now to run down the field a little bit. He's going to have to cut back though into Said Arab, as this is a bit of a decent move right here. Arab going to look for a pass, but no, he's going to keep the ball instead into Laura, and he's shut. No foul, ref, come on. Getting a bit stupid that that wasn't given, as Masengo out to Hadjam, into Masengo again, and they're closing us down. They're actually on it. Ajaccio, they're chasing the playoffs, of course they are, as that's a good tackle though, Manduki to pass it around the outside into Masengo, as we need to try and make the most of this chance just before half-time. Through to Laura, battling with the defender, passes it straight back to the keeper Leroy though. Make a mistake please, I'll take it. It's a boot outfield. It's a desperate attempt for clearance, as Hadjam with the pass straight away into Antiste. Great little touch. First time whip in. Laura needed to get on the end of that, as I don't know what's happened since he got Player of the Month. It's like the curse of the EFL Player of the Month. Once you get it, you just turn into absolute jelly legs. As now Masengo through the middle again into Antiste. Antiste looking for Laura, and that time it's not his fault, as at the break it is 0-0 still. So I am not happy with that. We need to score a lot more goals. I mean, we need to score at least one goal in this one, as Hano's picked up a yellow card as well. Don't understand how. As I'm going to take, well, I want to take Arab off for Dipreville, but Dipreville's still tied. I am going to take Laura off, though, for Saliba. If you don't play well, you come off. I feel like that isn't sinking in for Gate and Laura so far, as Saliba, of course, scored in his debut. He's got brilliant footwork, but of course does need to try and score more off the bench if he wants to cement a permanent position, as that's through to Antiste. Got a bit of a knock, but still does keep the ball. Whipped in one towards Masengo. Arab to pick up on it. Name gets the ball again into Hadjam, the fullback, as he's got a bit of a run on right here. Whips it into Masengo! And that should have been 1-0. Great work from Masengo, as, oh my days, they've got a chance on here. Manduki with a great challenge, I think. I mean, it didn't look the best as Hadjam to just run down this line as well, as he does have pace. Antiste in front of him, but Antiste, I want you in the middle, because this guy can whip a ball in, and look at the speed down this line. Now just pass it, and oh my days. All that for nothing. However, he does win the ball back. Arab needs to turn. He's won it back twice, and he's still chasing it down as the left wing back. So, good intent, but of course, nothing paying off, as Hadjam has it again, as well as he's going to stop and slow down a little bit this time. He'll be shattered after that run, as two players getting in each other's way. Don't like that. Antiste to keep it there. Onto Name. Through that little gap onto Campanini, who is onside. Campanini to try and whip it in, as that's all we are doing. And it's not working, because the men in the middle are just not making great enough options, as we're on the back foot again from it. Because it is, of course, our defenders we send him forward to get the balls whipped in. As Masengo with a great tackle as well there to recover from midfield. As now, can we move through the middle if we're not moving up the wing? It's Antiste with a tackle, as he can't get the second one in. And now Saliba with the pass straight into Antiste right here, as we need to try and cause some damage in this moment in time, as that's a good pass to Antiste. Runners in front, please, as that's to Name. And that's a good run through the middle from Yannis Saliba. Can he get a goal? He can! I think it took a deflection, but the substitute possibly arriving on the first team 11, or in the first team next season, next week, as that is a great finish from him. And finally, the deadlock is broken. It's a great little run, great little finish, but I think their defender probably put him off. Still, not complaining. We are on the chasers now. GK gives it into Coqueret. Don't let them level it up. FIFA, please don't be that game, as that's a great tackle. Gillet, as now we've got 10 minutes left. Can we make it more? Can we have a collapse like Chateauroux did, as Antiste through the gap in the defence, cuts away from that defender right there. Great footwork. He's actually away right here. Antiste, brilliant work, as the keeper makes a great save. Looks like now we 1-0 up. Our players actually trying to play a bit more, as DA again with it through the middle. Don't let them score. It should have just been 2. Don't make it be 1-1, as Name with it this time. Great pass through the middle. Saliba making the move around the corner. It's Yannis Saliba for 2. And he gets 2. 2-0 wrapped up. Doing a bit of press-ups as well, proving that he's fit enough. And he's got the youth in his legs to keep on playing and be in this first team, as the Ajaccio players look devastated. They wanted the playoffs from this game, but they ain't going to get it today, as what a finish that is. Left foot to the right-hand side of the net. 2-0. The Yannick goal may be breaking hearts right here. Can he actually get a hat-trick? That's a great ball over the top from Antiste, as he could have a hat-trick. He's got a man at the side of him in Gurner. And look at the unselfishness right there. He gives it to the youth player to get his first goal. Celebrate with Saliba, please. There we go. It's wrapped up. It's 3-0, and it is the collapse that I wanted against me. Look at this, running through. Could have nabbed his hat-trick, but no. Gives it to a 17-year-old to get his first professional goal. And some unusual scorers today. Of course, Saliba is a striker, but he doesn't really score that much off the bench. It's usually Antiste and Lara. And of course, Gurner gets his first goal as we wrap up a 3-0 win away against, which was, before the game started, playoff candidates. And I think with that win, that wraps up the episode. We're 3rd in the league, so we're actually not that bad. Stade de Reims, of course, walking it at the moment, because they have always been the better team. As Dijon wants a short-term loan, that'll do me nicely. Maybe he comes back and it's actually a substitute striker. You never know, but that is the end for today. As thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode in El Futuro. As yes, I've been very much enjoying this series. Hopefully you guys have been doing as well. Take care, in a bit, and peace.